Welcome to the Wicked Radio Network.
Hi, this is Mark. Congratulations. You have found this amazingly awesome show. Chances are you're listening to it right now on whether it's iTunes or Stitcher Radio or some other mobile app that allows you to stream this amazingly awesome show to your ear holes. And I can't stress how awesomely amazing this show really is. But did you know that you can also catch the latest episode of this show on the Tangibound Network? That's right. Go check out tangiboundnetwork.com. You can look them up and you can listen to it right there. It's even mobile friendly. What more could you ask for? Which means you can pull it up on your iPhone or your Android, even your Windows phone. Yeah, who has one of those? But still, point remains, you can do it. You can do it. Check it out, tangiboundnetwork.com. Listen to this show, the latest episode, every time. Check it out.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Welcome to the podcast from Temperance Town, the sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swaps it with Earl so it glistens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with the pentagram of kittens.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis we give a cheer. Tony's a raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
On the frozen tundra they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Brian pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier.
The boys will let you know when there's a Spurler. Due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty language.
Hey enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language episode 253.
Dare I say, the hottest and sexiest podcast on the network.
You sounded a little drunk there.
And I mean hot because it feels like it's 1,000,000 degrees in here.
See, I'm sitting in the nice, brisk air conditioning, so it's...
That must be nice and brisk.
I also have a fan on me.
I have a ceiling fan going, but it's just blowing hot air around.
Right, also, so are you. Yeah.
That's very true. And I'd love to, crack a window, but then it'd be even more Fury Road when we're recording.
Yeah, true.
So we don't need that jams going on.
No, probably not.
Yeah. I might want to rethink the area of my computing here.
Nah, it's fine. You know what you need for your window there is you need...
Machine gun turret?
Yes. Also, well, it'll be a little tougher now. I'm going to have to rethink. I was going to say, those things you put in windshields to deflect the sunlight to keep it cooler.
Oh, yeah.
But with a gun turret, that kind of defeats, you wouldn't be able to see out then. So I
just need the shadow provided by my gun turret to rest in.
Yeah, this is all right.
Yeah.
I like
that
this
makes
idea,
sense.
That's a good idea. Just see that you just out there. Like, and for my next home project, this is where I apply a bunch of leaves to the front of my gun turret so that no one suspects a thing. Just see
On
people,
another episode of This Old Compound.
yeah. Just see people driving by real slow looking. You just out there, just keep on driving.
Yeah. Keep driving. It's a leaf pile.
It's compost. Like on the
On
front.
this week's episode of This Old Compound, I'm going to show you the proper technique to hang razor wire.
Which, you know, nice right out by the street, you know.
Yeah.
Like, oh, looks like I caught another jogger.
It's all right, we'll just shuttle him into the compost heap.
Yep. Well, you know, circle of life.
Circle of life. Now, what's wild is this jogger is eventually going to become my zucchinis.
Delicious. Oh, man. Like, ooh, he wears the same size jogging shoes as me. Convenient.
Yeah. Convenient.
Yeah.
Looks like somebody's got a new powder blue tracksuit.
Have you seen this guy? He was supposed to go out for a run. He was wearing a suit just like that one.
Like, really?
His
You
name-
don't say.
Like, he had a Richard neck chain, too.
Huh. Like, oh, sir, you should come with me and check out my compost heap. Two to the back of the head.
Yeah. This could get problematic because, you know, people are going to keep coming and looking, though.
Yeah, it's a hell of a compost heap.
Yeah, it is going to have a nice looking yard.
Oh, my God. It's so green. Too bad no one can get close to it to see it.
unless it's from an aerial view. But that'll be next week's episode, you know, anti-aircraft.
Yeah, exactly. How to properly install and operate surface-to-air missiles.
Right. On next week's episode, my buddy Brian drops by for how to shoot down drones. Just because it's over your yard doesn't mean that it has to be. Man.
Sounds like a great show.
I
I'd
like
watch
this.
it.
Yeah, this is a good time, right?
Right?
Yeah, I'd watch it too. Probably, you know, because I'd be on it. Yeah, I had to make sure that, you know, all the legalities are set and everything, you know, because we're
Exactly.
wearing masks and whatnot, you know.
Like, have you ever wanted to keep a human alive in your compound? Dig a well in your basement. Worked in Silence of the Lambs. We'll show you the proper ways on This Old Compound.
Coming right up. Oh, man.
This week's special guest, Buffalo Bill.
Oh, boy. That's a tough get right there.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Damn it, get your pants back on.
Mine or his?
Whoever's. Everybody's.
Yeah, right?
This isn't a sexy compound party.
Isn't it, though?
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I got like one rogue mustache hair that keeps hooking up and tickling my nose.
Now, let me
It's
ask you a
fucking pissing me
question.
off.
Are you sure it's a
Yeah.
mustache hair and not a nose hair?
Oh, yeah, no, I keep, gotta
No.
keep the hedges trimmed.
No, listen, I understand. I do as well, but every once in a while,
No,
especially.
it's like the outside of my nose.
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
I was
that
going
would
to say.
be wicked if it was a nose hair
Well-
doing an old Captain Button hook around the corner there.
Right? You just never know. Once in a while, you know, you get a rogue soldier, you know,
Yeah, it's true.
trying to defect
Court
from the,
martial time.
yeah, trying to defect from the north, you know.
Yeah, how dare they? Like, it's a wildling.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. You and your references, kids in your pop culture, and
Pac-Man video games,
Yeah,
hula
that's-
hoops, all
I
that.
guess, yeah. Ooh. So, how was your week?
It was all right. I mean, last people heard I was half awake at the cottage trying to desperately get a podcast out of my face.
That's true. It was close. It was
close.
It was very
Dude,
close.
I thought for sure I was going to fall asleep.
Yeah, luckily, I computer generated the last 20 minutes of the show. That wasn't Tony at all. That was all just, it was a squirrel in a Tony costume.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Because when I was putting the website together and I opened up your email you sent me, I'm like, I don't remember talking about half of this shit. Like, I might have to go back and actually listen to one of our shows.
Yeah, right.
just to hear what happened. I don't
Right.
even know.
I should have messed with the audio a little bit, and then it would have been great.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, just be like, I had someone fill in for you for the last 20 minutes.
Oh man, I wouldn't have even noticed. I was seriously on a different planet.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah, it's all right.
But my stupid, internal clock that hates me so much that gets me up at 6 every morning.
Nice.
I woke up to the most wondrous moment of my weekend
All right.
that morning after. Now, see, at the cottage, right, there's like limited bedrooms, which you're aware, but the listening audience is not.
Yeah.
And we had a couple couples coming up.
Yeah.
Right, want to make sure they had separate sleeping type regions.
Yeah.
Right. And we had the kids outside in the tent. Well, unbeknownst to me, I did know there was a sprinkler system, but I thought I put the tent up outside of the radius of the sprinkler system.
Yeah.
So at 6:30 in the morning, I just hear the whoosh, the water start up, and then I hear the nice sound of like the water hitting tent plastic.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And I just hear Leah, and I'm inside laying in bed. I just hear Leah, "Oh, are you kidding me?" 6:30 in the morning. Oh, God, it so made my day. So, of course, because I kept, she's trapped. I keep hearing the water hit the plastic over and over again. So, I'm like, whatever, get up, get some coffee. When she finally walks inside the place, I'm like, "Oh, hey, honey, how was your night's sleep?" Oh, if she could have shot laser beams from her face, I would have been dead.
That's awesome.
Actually, I would have shot laser beams back. We had some sort of epic standoff of energy,
cool.
like pulsing in the middle.
Right. That would have been pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Been like, someone needs to record this because awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah. Like, hold on, let me Snapchat this.
Yeah. Let me hold on.
Yeah.
Let me get that dog filter out so we look like hose.
Yeah, right. Because dogs always shoot laser beams out of their eyes. Yeah.
My dog does. Laser dog.
Laser dog.
Fuck yeah. Don't you mess with laser dog.
I don't know that I would. I mean, if I knew
And
a
it's
dog
laser
shot.
with a Z. Thank you very much.
Is it DAWG or DOG? Or DOGG? I'm just asking.
Well, it can't be the D-O-double-G because
Right.
that's Laser Snoop Dogg.
Right.
That's a completely different entity.
Oh, that's a cartoon I want to watch.
Yes.
Now, could it be Blazer Dog, where he just gets high all the time?
Oh my, that's even better. How about the space-time adventures of Blazer Dog?
I would watch that in a second. I would totally watch
Yeah.
any time travel show that has Snoop Dogg on it.
That's Brian. We're writing a show.
Blazer Dog,
Blazer Dog.
the time
Wait.
adventure strip.
I'm trying to think of like a way we could make him like Doctor Who, like Americanized. I know this is travesty for your Whovians out there,
It's not to me.
but if we, because they Americanize everything,
Uh-huh.
I'm surprised they haven't Americanized Doctor Who yet.
Right.
Why can't we have Snoop Dogg be the Doctor?
I love this idea.
Right?
I just want Snoop to be a time traveler. I'm just all in on this.
I think it'd be fantastic.
Oh, I would totally watch that. Oh my God, yes. Let's get his people and our people on the phone together.
Exactly. And the BBC.
Yeah, you know me. I don't
And
know.
if they won't sign on, we'll just become up our own damn time travel show.
Yes.
What it is, I don't know. But it'll be sick as fuck.
I don't even think we need them. It doesn't even have to be Doctor Who. It could just be Snoop Dogg time traveling.
Wait, okay, I got it. I got it. Snoop is he's touring, right?
Uh-huh.
Like a world tour, and he's in Asia. And he's just walking around like the same market like where you'd buy a gizmo,
Okay.
get a gremlin or whatever,
Sure.
or a monkey paw if it was cursed.
Okay.
But he buys a bong.
Well, you got to be careful. It wasn't there's already a Comedy Central like bong time travel thing.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, so
Goddamn.
we have to use a different gimmick.
Shit.
Like maybe, I mean, he just rolls blunts that are so big he just time travels. But we have to be careful. It probably can't be a weed based.
But that's Snoop Dogg.
Oh, well, no, I understand, but he can time travel and still smoke weed. It just can't be the weed that's his time travel device.
Oh, see, I was just picturing like a big puff of smoke and then it clears and he's in a different time.
Right, okay.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
You know,
But you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, different gimmick.
Right. Yeah. I don't know what we'll do. We'll have to figure something else out. I don't know.
Damn, but the weed gimmick's so good.
How about instead of Macho Through Time, it's just Snoop Through Time?
Snoop Through Time?
Yeah, we just put Snoop Dogg in various pictures through time. It's just the same gimmick, but with Snoop Dogg.
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
we've already done this bit.
No, he's just smoking blunts with people through history.
Nice.
Like while they're signing the Constitution, he's just in the background, just like, and the inspiration of it is just, that GIF where it's just him sitting at the Last Supper.
Right.
I'm sure which is maybe my favorite GIF ever.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, you remember that Cuban Missile Crisis?
Yep.
It got chilled out because of me.
Yeah. Those weren't missiles. Those were my blunts.
Like he showed up and just like smoked with the Russians, and they just like, you're right. We backed off.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. You just see like the explosion at Hiroshima, and then at the bottom is just Snoop laying there with like this massive blunt, like, and he's just giggling because he just yeah, exactly.
He just got a whole city high. That's way less tragic,
right? Exactly. See, we're softening the blow to history.
So he's traveling through history to like write bad things.
Probably, but as we've discussed,
with the powers of the marijuana.
Yeah, but as we've discussed in other stuff, whenever you change history, you create pockets, so
that's true.
He'll have to deal with the pockets that he creates also. That'll be that'll be where the show gets goofy. Cause I don't know, did Quantum Leap ever have to deal with him changing history?
No, because they're like, fuck it.
Yeah, see,
this is prime time. We don't give a shit.
That's the TV show they need to make. Is all the wake that Quantum Leap wrought, like all the horrible things that all his correcting time created,
right?
All the lives he ruined by correcting things. But anyway, back to Snoop Dogg.
That would be interesting.
Or could it just be Quantum Leap with Snoop Dogg? Maybe we just recast Quantum Leap and Snoop Dogg's, Sam Beckett now.
Now, I'm because this is what we do.
Yeah.
So I'm throwing it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Although part of me wants to just keep it secret. But what if we do a podcast where we watch an episode of Quantum Leap and then we determine what ill things happened thanks to Sam Beckett?
I am totally in for this idea, and I am not kidding at all. I would 100% do that.
Maybe like once a month or something, we'll put an episode of it. Because I'm pretty sure Quantum Leap's on Netflix.
If it's not, we have to be able to find it somewhere.
I'm looking.
You need to note this, because this is an idea we need to make happen. This doesn't need to go in the horseshit pile.
Right, I know. Like everything else.
Yeah. Can we make this a Netflix exclusive?
Maybe.
Will they pick us up?
I hope so.
Probably not.
Probably not.
No. They'll be like, get out of here.
So we should move on from this and then revisit it.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Right.
I'd watch that. I'd watch that for free. I'll tell you that.
Nice.
Got to get the branding in there,
Got to get the branding in there.
Anyway, so how else was your week? Now that we've derailed completely into time travel.
Sure is in Netflix, my friend. It sure is.
Yes.
All right, beauty.
We got a gimmick.
Oh shit! I just got to think of a name.
Yep. All right.
How else? Well, my rest of the week was good. I mean, we Logan this is bizarre to me. Maybe I talked about this. I was so tired. Maybe I probably did. Logan is part of his high school. It's a Michigan thing. He gets his boating license.
Okay.
As part of his health class.
That's weird. All right.
Weird, right? I don't know.
Yeah. Do they teach him how to put a condom on his boat?
I didn't say submarining.
Nice. That's a schooner, son. Anyway.
Yeah, nice. No. But so he was officially able to go jet skiing by himself this last weekend.
All right.
And at first I went out with him.
Sure.
Just make sure he has it all dialed in.
Yeah.
And he dumped us, which was great. Because if you take, you turn a little too slow and you lean too much. Yeah.
Right.
But I'm like, you'll figure it out. And then, on the one, what my stepdad has, they actually have brakes on them.
Okay.
Which is fucking bizarre.
Right.
And they work. Like they'll stop you fairly quick.
Okay.
So I'm like, and I was taking us back in. I'm like, all right, Logan, I'm going to show you how good these brakes are. And he was like, all right. And I was flying. I just jammed on him. And he went, whoop, flying over my shoulder into the water.
What a
He's
jerk.
like, I know you said they were good, but I didn't think they'd be that good.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Yep.
But yeah, it was very strange to unleash him on his own. And,
Yeah.
it's like, God damn it. I made that thing. That's that giant kid now.
Yep.
It was probably awkward for everybody while I'm standing on the shoreline watching him grabbing my testicles. You came from this.
Yeah, that's probably a little weird, but
Well, actually, I didn't do that. But I'm thinking about it now.
Yeah, you weren't on the shore. You were on top of a boat.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Neighbor's boat.
Sure.
Like, could you please get off? I'm like, slow down.
Like, that's
Once
how...
I finish grabbing myself, you, madam, and I are reenacting the Titanic scene.
Right, I was going to say, sir, could you get off? Be like, that's how this all started.
Yes.
Clearly nothing good came of this.
Clearly.
You got that one tear rolling down your cheek,
Yeah, exactly.
I made you.
I made you.
Now I must take you out. Well, you're piecing a sniper rifle together.
Yeah, there's where the one tear comes down.
Sure. The neighbor's like, what are you doing?
Fulfilling a destiny.
Today on this old compound. Making sure you stay the alpha dog.
Nice. You don't want someone else running your compound, do you?
Nope.
Sometimes you got to take them out.
Yep. If I'm going down, I'm burning it to the ground with me.
Yep. If it's a loved one, try to make it as humane as possible.
We're awful. Oh,
Of course the cat's in here. Why wouldn't it be?
Sure, right.
But so we had that. We on Sunday, Matthew from Passersby, his wife Liz, and their child Spawn came up and spent the day with us. That was fun.
Yeah.
I also had to deal with I had to run to the hardware store too, Brian.
Yeah.
Because our friend Tony,
Uh-huh.
him and his wife were up there, and he comes up to me, early in the morning. He's like,
Wicked diarrhea.
No.
Oh.
If only that would have made this way easier.
He's like, wicked diarrhea ruined 3 chairs.
Oh, well, that would be a problem.
Yeah.
No, he's like, do you guys have a plunger?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm like,
It's like,
I don't know.
Like, dude, I told you to use the lake.
Yeah, it probably would have been better. He's like, because he put a full-blown MMA style chokehold on the toilet.
Oh man, didn't I tell you about that? Like, you use the neighbor's fire pits, like a gentleman.
This fire is terrible smelling.
Like, there's ladies in the house. You use a fire pit like a gentleman,
Yeah.
Or a boat you can peel the cover back on.
Then put it back on there.
Sure.
It's like cook up nice.
Like I said, like a gentleman.
Yeah. Like a gentleman.
Or
Ugh,
a
that'd be
cooler
awful.
if someone leaves it out. Listen,
Oh, my
sometimes you have to
God.
learn lessons in life, I'm just
It's true.
I'm just saying.
God, the old cooler dump. That would be brutal.
Oh, right? Oh.
Dump a bunch of ice on top of it.
Well, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But so I go through the utility closet, the garage, nothing. There's no plunger.
Wow.
And I'm like, so I was like, well, let me see if the neighbor's home, and because he's got it, the guy lives there year round.
Yeah,
he wasn't home either.
sure.
So I was like, motherfucker. Well, we had to run into town to get some things. So I'm like, I'll just go to a hardware store,
Yeah.
And little podunks, we're going to Fremont. It's a little tiny town. Get off my nuts, cat. Jesus. Sorry. It's like, I'm going to step right here.
Smart.
Looks like a good foothold.
Well, the cat's like, I've seen your kid. I'm making... No. It's like,
Yeah.
it's already been done, cat. You don't need to...
Yeah, exactly. Science took care of that.
Yeah, no follow-ups necessary.
But I'm perusing the aisles, and I have Matthew with me, because he's like, yeah, I'll come to town if you...
Yeah, he will.
And I'm in the plumbing, so I can't find anything. And finally, the guy behind the counter is like, is there anything I can help you with? It's just him and some other guy. And I'm like, yes. Like, I have a situation. I need a plunger. And him and the other guy just started laughing.
You should have been like my friend here and pointed to Matthew.
Yeah.
And been like,
right.
ruined the plumbing back at
Like,
the
see this guy? Ass like a Triceratops. You've watched Jurassic Park.
Like, I don't even know how he's not deflated.
Like, he used to be 300 pounds. Look at him now.
And that was this morning.
Yeah, it looks like a cattail now. It's crazy. Speaking of cattail, my toilet's plugged up. By cattail, I mean panther tail.
Sure.
Someone put a panther tail in there.
Oh, man. Brutal.
But, so the guy's like, here you go. And he's like, best plunger in town.
Wait,
right?
well, did it have like a sash and a crown? I mean,
it should have. It should have. He's like, best plunger in town. This thing will suck a golf ball through 100 feet of garden hose.
I don't know that I want to know how he knows that. Although, I kind of do.
Yeah.
You should have see, this is why you need one of those, I can't think, the portable recorders, because that's a story we need for the show. That
is a story we need for the show.
That's an enthusiast episode waiting to happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The local hardware guy that fucks plungers, clearly.
Yeah. But like, I bet you've seen some things in your time here.
Oh, I bet you. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But he's like, after I cash out, if this thing doesn't work, come on back. We got augers. Thank God it worked.
Right? Because you don't really want to go back.
Yeah, and I sure had nothing to do with it. I came back and I walked with Tony. I'm like, here's your weapon, sir.
Although it would be funny if you went back with just like a broken handle or something.
Yeah.
You're like, nope.
Like, I fought back.
Man. Like that episode of Married with Children where Al goes in with like one plunger and he comes back out. And I think it's like all he has is the handle in his hand, and he opens like their wall safe and gets out another plunger. Yeah. Oh man.
It was something.
Boy.
But I mean, all in all, it was a good weekend. I mean, I basically just drank a bunch of all day IPA.
Nice.
So I never really got hammered, which is nice. And, oh, man, it sounds like some dog's getting mauled outside. That's weird. Yeah. Hopefully it's not mine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It was a good weekend. Got slightly sunburned, nothing terrible. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the week's been whatever. I mean, it's a week, but the weekend was all right.
Yeah, fair
How about yourself?
It was pretty meh. Just, I didn't really do a whole lot. Yeah, we were invited over to my brother's, but we didn't end up going because I was going to go with my mom, but she like sprained her ankle or something over the weekend. So we just ended up, the way the humidity and stuff's been, my sinuses have just been a mess. So
stop practicing your jujitsu on your mom.
No.
Although it's not your fault. She didn't tap.
Right? Tap and I'll let go. No! Tap or snap.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've just been kind of because of my depression and stuff anyway. So I was like, because I was gonna go up there with you, and just haven't felt like much of anything all week. So it's been weird though, because the 3-day weekend, even though I don't work, the 3-day weekends really messed me up. Like I've been off all week, like on my days. Like we had an enthusiast interview on Tuesday, and I totally forgot about it. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday I totally forgot about. Luckily I remembered in time, but I've just been a friggin' mess all week.
It's off a little bit, huh?
I think I should, maybe go find the best plunger in town and take it to my head, maybe.
Well, at least you can run around and call yourself a unicorn.
Ooh, good call. Clippity clop, and just run around. Oof, man. Yeah, I've just been a damn mess, though. I don't know what's going on here. I don't like it, though. I don't like it.
Is it something to do with the summertime?
Yeah, maybe. I think it has to do with adjusting to the medicine a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that makes
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I think it's kind of throwing me off a little bit, So hopefully that'll straighten itself out here pretty quick, and then I'll be back to, my, I don't know.
Usual chipper self?
Sure. Yeah.
Why not?
Yes. Yeah, we'll go with that.
All right, fair enough.
My kung fu fighting self. Hi.
Nice.
Kia even.
Kia.
Sure.
All right then. Well, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, there was something I was going to mention, but I don't know. Whatever.
Whatever.
Whatever. Yeah.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Yeah. Hopefully, the boys and girls out there have been listening to the enthusiasts we've been tossing up like machines.
Oh my God! Just so much salty language all over your ears and face.
Yeah, it's so much indeed. Man, the last one with our pal Greg Wright, I believe, was the last one that's gone up. Yeah, because by the time this one goes up, there'll be another one with
with Paula.
Paula, yeah, thank you again. Not braining it all tonight, so sorry. Yeah, actually, I still have to put that one together, so it'll be up before this episode airs, or posts. That was a good time.
That was fun. The Greg Wright one was fun. We just wrapped up with Casey.
Yep.
Earlier this week.
Right on.
Man, we've been on fire lately.
Word. Just punching people left and right, just comboing everywhere.
Nice.
Killer comboing even. But yeah, it's good times. So go check those out if you haven't already. Most of them are about an hour-ish, so...
Yeah, we try to keep it to about an hour with those.
Yeah, nice and quick. We're in, we're out, Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
We've had some in the past that were like 3-hour extravaganzas.
Yes, yeah.
But
those are our tantric sessions, Or if you're looking to do a little edging,
exactly.
A little edging,
Yeah.
Just ramping up your endurance,
For sure. Like, this is the way Sting podcast.
Sure. With a wrestler?
Yeah. He's a tantric podcaster.
That's a whole different image.
Yeah, right?
Like that's the podcast that needs to happen, those two. The musician and the wrestler. Can you imagine?
Do you think when Sting's like loving a lady, he's just about there, he just yells, "You're about to get stung."
Oh God. Not if he wants to finish, I think. Well, finish anywhere near her, probably.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. I guess if he's been building it up for a day or two, it probably doesn't matter. He's probably just like, look, this is going to happen.
Yeah. Sorry, it's with all my testosterone replacement and steroids, if I don't get it out every 8 hours,
yeah,
it just comes out.
Yeah, once this hydraulic pump starts, I can't stop it. It's like an oil derrick.
Do you know how awful spontaneous like ejaculation would be?
Oh yeah, it just happens every so often. You just can't stop it.
Yeah, I just can't stop it. Like, yeah, I'll take a pound and a half of turkey.
Oh, geez.
God.
Oh,
God.
Some peaches for this cottage cheese.
Can I get an extra 14 feet of butcher's paper?
14 feet. That's wow. That is. You have any baguettes?
Baguettes.
Probably don't want baguettes. They're not very absorb. They don't absorb things very well, probably. But oh man, damn it, that would be awful, right? Just at the same time every day, like clockwork. I mean, I guess you could plan for it, but sometimes you're not going to be able to. Traffic jams. I mean, I guess maybe you just always keep something around.
Oh, if you're in a traffic jam, I would dare say just arc out the window. And just keep some wet naps around just in case.
Right. Just arc out the window. Just stinks. You just happen to get caught in the middle of the road. It's a 3-lane and you're in the middle. Like, left or right? Like, is there anyone in the car with me? Right.
Right.
Yeah. Like, hey, put your window down for a minute. Why? Nah, it's going to be funny.
Trust me.
Yeah.
I want to avert your gaze and cover your mouth.
Hey, open your sunroof for a minute. Or moonroof, whatever. Yeah. Ugh, terrible.
Like, oh my God, what kind of bird shit is this? Then this bird clearly has the flu.
Oh, man, that's horrible.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Good gravy. Anyway,
Yeah, it is.
wait, hold on now. Whoo. Man, do we have any other business to take care of here?
Not that I'm aware of.
No, we weren't on any podcasts this week, so. Although, go check out Screams and Moans episode 38 that we were on.
Yeah, it's hopefully straight up dominating the charts over there.
Over there?
Yeah, in Screams and Moans land.
Oh, I thought you meant like we're in the UK or something.
Oh, yeah, you never know. I know she's got a lot of UK friends.
Sure, right? They love us. I don't know.
They better love us.
I don't really.
Don't make me throw more tea in the water.
How is that going to make them love us more?
I don't know.
Okay. Like the threat of you throwing tea, they're like, no, we'll listen. I don't think that's going to work.
Like, there's some bald guy with a beard dressed up like Gandhi throwing tea in the river. I don't get it.
Why are you dressed as Gandhi?
Oh, wrong Indians.
Oh, jeez. Dang it, Tony! Always messing up the cosplay. I don't know why you're cosplaying as Gandhi either. Don't ask.
That would be weird cosplay.
That would be weird. Yeah.
Well, I was asking one of my friends earlier today because I drove through. She lives in Rossford, so I was driving through and there's this big banner over the main stretch. And it's like Kuyahuk. I don't even know what the word was. But I took a picture of it. I'm like, what the hell is this? And apparently it's like a historical fair that Rossford does on the river.
Okay.
It's almost like a Ren fair, but for Ohio history. Which seems odd, but I was like, finally, I can live my dreams of cosplaying as William Howard Taft.
I know, right?
Perfect.
Finally, I can go as Warren G. Harding.
Right? We should go. We should.
Regulators.
Go up there and tear shit up.
Yeah. Every day as Warren G.
Nice.
That's the cosplay, is just mix the two.
I agree. I don't know what I would do as Taft. William Howard Kraft and be a wedge of cheese?
No, sir. I'm just talking about Taft.
Oh, shit. Now we're talking.
Yeah. Like, what are you guys doing? This is not right at all. Like, you're historically inaccurate. They're like, yeah, but our street cred through the roof. We could each go as one of the 8, or we could go as each of us could go as multiples of the 8, presidents from Ohio.
This is true. I like it though.
That'd be awesome.
Who's the president that was giant and big, born in Ohio? Taft.
You
damn right.
Terrible.
Who is the man that couldn't get out of a bathtub? Can you dig it? It really needs to be redone.
I don't think it does. Pretty
Oh,
sure.
I think I really want to hear the Shaft song with, President Taft references.
I'm pretty sure Isaac Hayes is rolling over in his grave right now.
That's probably true. He's probably rising to come and kill me.
And rightfully so.
Probably.
In fact, if he's listening, I'll tell you where Tony lives.
Come on, you can't see the music video?
Oh no, I totally can. I just
like a pimped up frickin' William Howard Taft. Keeping the streets clean.
Listen, if I wouldn't have seen it, this whole bit wouldn't have started, because that's where
true.
My mind went there. So, Taft in Africa, this would be awesome.
He gets poached.
Yeah, well, there goes the franchise. All right, moving on.
Oh shit.
Yikes.
Woo. Ooh. Good old Taft in Africa. Somehow I don't think they go over too well. But goddamn, I want to see all these movies.
Yeah, right. It's the new genre, you know. It's you know, replacing famous pop culture icons with presidents.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Clearly, it's the one thing that's been missing from, you know, movies.
Well, once Tyler Perry hears this.
Jeez. Tyler Perry presents Taft in Africa.
Exactly. With, you know, Medea as Taft in Africa.
Damn it.
The only, you know, Medea movie I want to see is, you know, I don't know, maybe her reenacting Dealey Plaza as Kennedy.
Wow.
That might be all right. I'd watch it.
That'd be a really weird movie.
Yeah, it would be.
Because, you know, now, because Medea's a woman, so it'd be really odd seeing, you know, someone dressed up as an old lady getting shot like that. That'd be really odd.
I'm in for it.
All right.
Yeah.
If I want to watch something with an old lady acting a fool, Mama's Family is where I'm going to go watch. Sorry.
Well, that's a good call.
I know. That's my jam right there. Sorry.
That's all right. Not gonna hold it against you, Brian.
Sorry, not sorry. What can I say?
Exactly.
All right, let's move on.
Moving on.
We have more important things to talk about than Medea.
Do we? Oh, you're right.
Do we, though? I don't.
Yeah. Like this fuzzball over here in the corner of my room. Way more important than Medea.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about your cat for a minute there.
Oh, he's finally stopped trying to, like, climb up on my balls, which is fine.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I'm like, this is not a Swiss ball.
Right. Like,
you are not working out right now.
Yeah. Be like, can you not try to accelerate the taffy process?
Yeah, it's already hot here. I get it.
Right.
Jesus.
It's like, hey, look at my crotch. Clayface.
Oh, Jesus.
What, your balls don't do impressions?
Hey, what?
All right, enough of that.
Who's got a turntable? Let's reenact Ghost. I'd be comfortable for about a revolution and a half.
Right? Yeah, it's like, whoa, loosen the grip.
Yeah. And we're dealing with some straight up Neil from Daft Pod testicular torsion.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, torsion is not a good thing when dealing with that part of the body.
From what I understand, it stinks on ice.
I've heard.
I got a little upset if they get grabbed a little too hard.
Yeah, right? Ooh.
Easy.
Although it's Patrick Swayze, I mean,
well, yeah.
Roadhouse. No, wrong movie, sorry. All right. So we have a bit of a follow-up from last week, actually.
Oh, shit.
So we talked about the beer exchange thing, the craft beer exchange. And I read up on it a little bit, and it seems that I'm all turned around on it now. Or
really?
Somewhat turned around on it, at least. I'm curious, at least. It looks like, from what I was reading, there's one not that far from us, actually, in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Crowd applause. You know, cheap pop and all. Yeah.
Fully worked.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you know, that's funny for two reasons, because cheap pops in wrestling kind of got its term in ways, it was around before Mick Foley, but when Foley wrote his book, he really kind of brought that term to the forefront for, you know, how when a wrestler goes to a city and he says the city, just like in concerts and stuff, it's been around forever, but it's like,
yeah.
Hello, Cleveland, and the crowd goes crazy, you know? And,
oh man, every time we come to Saskatoon, I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, anywho, excuse me. So, in Kalamazoo, they have a place called the Kalamazoo Beer Exchange. And they have, it looks like during certain times, they have an exchange rate, basically. And it's not based on supply, it's based on demand. It looks more so. That, like, if everybody is ordering, here, let me look at their scroller. I'll just pull beer here. Higher Math from Dogfish Head Brewery.
Okay.
That beer, because everyone's ordering it, the price on that beer will creep up. But it doesn't look like it gets like $14 a glass or something. It looks like it creeps to like $7 or whatever dollars a glass. Okay.
So it's got a ceiling.
I'm not entirely sure that it has a ceiling. I didn't see any rules like that. But what happens at the same time is, let's say I'm going to let something else scroll by to, give another example. Let's say Orange Julius from Unruly Brewery. Say no one's ordering that at the time. Well, maybe during that same time, there's things can also crash, basically. Now, these happen in generally a short burst of time, like 4 to 10 minutes or something, I think I read. So let's say no one's ordering that during that time. So maybe that one will crash. It might be $2.50 a pint. So people can be like, hey, and we could be like, holy crap, I've been wanting to try that. Grab it while it's dirt cheap, basically, instead of maybe it's normally like $5 a pint or something,
Right.
So it kind of encourages people maybe to try beers they wouldn't try, that kind of a thing. And also, that kind of deal. So if like a whole group of people were sitting there and they're all buying the same beer, it's going to drive the price up. So, you could probably get people to buy the different beers and drive a price of another beer up while it would bring another beer down. Like for us, how we kind of sample around a lot of times, a place like this may not affect us that much either way, but we could maybe go and sit during the crash time and just grab beers at like the $2.50, $3 a pint price and maybe clean up and get some really tasty beers at a decent price.
I kind of want to check this place out.
Right? See, that's what I'm saying. Now I'm intrigued once I was reading about that. And I was like, oh, you know what? A lot of the high-end beers, when I was looking at their board in the examples that I saw before, a lot of the beers that seem to show on the high end a lot of the times are beers we've had plenty of times.
Right.
Because they're very popular beers. So I was like, interesting.
Well, I say I'm looking at it now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Oberon, which is a very popular beer, for a pint is $4.50. That's pretty reasonable.
Right. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep. So anyway, I think that's a place that if we're in the area, we should give a go.
Yeah, absolutely.
For science.
Oh my. Rodenbach Grand Cru, 10-ounce draft, $15.50.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That is for sure.
Yep.
I'm definitely planning on going to Kalamazoo, hopefully this year. Because why the fuck not?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
so actually looking at the pictures, I'm looking at her gallery. Looks pretty slick in there too.
Yeah. And the place has got pretty good reviews as far as other
that's
stuff
pretty
too.
nifty.
Yeah.
That's right. I used the word nifty.
You would, you jerk.
I am a jerk.
Yep. So anyway, like I said, I think I'm a little more turned around on the place, or on this idea. Now, this is just this place. Now, I don't, this is where I did a little more research. Because actually, the Time article I linked in our show notes last week was about the Kalamazoo Beer Exchange. So
yeah, I remember seeing because I pulled the image and I was like, oh, it's like a stock exchange board. That's cool. And I think it said it on the board itself, Kalamazoo Beer Exchange.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, oh, Kalamazoo. So I looked it up. I was like, oh, that's actually pretty close to us, obviously. So I wanted to look it up. But these exist in various cities all across the country. So, if anyone out there has been to one of these, send us an email at saltylanguage@gmail.com. Let us know what you thought of it and kind of maybe give us a, like, hey, here's the ups and downs to it maybe. And, kind of, give us your experience, your official review, if you will.
Yes, indeed.
So, yeah. So there you go. One of those times where I'll admit that, maybe Tony was wrong about his impression. So moving on.
maybe.
Tee-hee.
Tee-hee indeed.
See what I did there. All right, I got some exciting news.
Really?
You want some exciting news?
Yes.
All right. So I saw this, Clint actually posted this, our pal from the, I don't know, he does podcasts, I hear. No, I'm kidding. Our pal Clint, who has the he's on the Green Up podcast. He's on the what's that new one he's on? Shoot, I can't remember. He's also on the Geek Dig podcast, which you should check out the episode I'm on, because I'm on. I forgot what number it is though. Now I'm blanking, but
Just look for the one that's amazing.
there's a couple actually. I'm on both of them, and no, Tony might be on one too. I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm in there somewhere.
Yeah, actually,
It's been a while, actually.
Yeah. Anyway, but Clint posted this or on the Facebooks, I think, that David Sandberg, who was the director, I believe it is, the creator of Kung Fury, posted on his Instagram that the script is written for Kung Fury 2.
You remember that spontaneous ejaculations we were talking about?
Boom. Yeah, I know. It's just
sploosh.
Yeah. I don't know what as far as anything past that, but yeah.
That's got to be quite the script to beat Kung Fury. Because, I mean, that had everything.
I know.
Had Vikings, dinosaurs, miniguns.
David Hasselhoff, Hitler.
The Hoff, the Hit.
Yeah. But,
yeah.
Yeah, it officially turned 1 the other day, and he posted on his Instagram, it said, today Kung Fury turns 1, today the future is written, stay tuned. And, just posted a picture of Kung Fury 2, the movie, with like a headband wrapped around it.
Nice.
Which, I don't know, it kind of makes me want to go watch Kung Fury again, because awesome.
Yeah, I was looking at it in Netflix the other day thinking I should watch that again because
it's half an hour.
It's half an hour. Yeah, exactly.
And it was awesome because, again, all the things we just talked about.
I mean, I there's some times when I just sit in the dark in my room, staring at the ceiling, trying to go sleep, that I try to decide what's better in my life, the birth of my children or Kung Fury.
Kung Fury.
It's so close.
It's close. I could see where you would have trouble deciding.
Right?
Yeah. I mean,
toss and churn, Brian. Toss and churn.
I understand. For me, Windmill Slam, Kung Fury, but I don't have kids, so
yeah. I mean, I look at my end table,
yeah.
and like the picture of my kids, and right next to it, the picture of the Kung Fury artwork. I'm like, God damn it!
So tough, so tough. You could easily turn one down and be like, I'm probably made the right decision.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, there's still some doubt, but you might have made the right call.
Like if this is a Sophie's Choice situation,
yeah,
I don't know what I'd do. I'd have to shoot the Nazi.
Well, and I mean, here's the thing, though. Kung Fury's definitely getting a sequel. So, do you have to wait until you see if you have grandkids to make a fair decision?
Good point. Because I know there's no sequels in the works for my kids. Science!
Right? So, I mean, are we going to have to revisit this in X amount of years? I don't want to say a number because I don't want to terrify anyone.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because...
Yeah. When I look at my two family trees, the Kung Fury tree and the actual family tree.
Sure, yeah.
Because, after Kung Fury 2, I'm sure there's going to be Kung Fury 5.
Right. Well, I guess we'll just revisit it around episode, 5,000 or so.
Oh, perfect.
Somewhere in that range. Or maybe we'll see if Graphic Novice will revisit it around episode, 97 or so.
Shots fired!
No.
No soundboard, sorry.
I just think the math holds up.
I kind of, if I wasn't, if my cord is long for my headphones, I might have just got up and started screaming World Star. I don't know.
Oh, man. Good times, good times. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty strong news. I figured that'd make us both pretty happy.
That is, yeah, for sure.
It's funny because the stories, I had 3 things pulled up for this week, to talk about. And all 3 of the things are kind of follow-ups or things we've talked about in the past.
Really?
Yeah. So with the Snoop Dogg time travel thing in this, I kind of feel like we're just living in the past this week.
This is kind of like a clip show.
Sure.
With no clips.
Well, you talked about your vasectomy a bit.
That's true. Good point. That is definitely a clip.
Give him the snips. Anyway, so you want me to go into the last bit of the
Yeah,
last
might
story?
as well.
All right.
I am intrigued, sir.
The intriguery is running high, eh?
Very much so.
So Netflix ordered, and this I gave credit where credit's due. I saw this was posted by our pals over at the Doing the Job podcast, fellow pod gods. And
Nice.
if you're into wrestling, they do a weekly podcast that drops on Tuesday nights.
The leg drops on Tuesday nights?
Sure, because Matt is a huge Hulk Hogan fan. So.
That's how I would promote it. Like, this episode, leg drops on.
Yeah. Well, the Tuesday thing is from an Undertaker promo, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, dude.
Like I said, Matt's a huge Hulk Hogan fan. So, anyway, Netflix orders 1980s female wrestling comedy series Glow from Genji Cohen.
Are you kidding me?
Nope. And let me read the synopsis though. So it's not quite like actual wrestling. It's a drama series or a comedy series. Netflix has given a 10-episode order to Glow, a comedy series executive produced by Orange is the New Black creator, executive producer Genji Cohen, and Orange co-executive producer Tara Herman. Let me just kind of skim.
Not a sexy name.
It was inspired by the real-life story of the 1980s female wrestling league. Where is it? There it is. The series tells a fictionalized story of an out-of-work actress who finds one last attempt to live her dreams in the form of a weekly series about female wrestlers. So, yeah. I'm very intrigued at how this will turn out. But, again, we've talked about Glow in the past a few times, so I just thought it was kind of an interesting, development.
Are they trying to breathe some life into the Glow name?
I don't know if they are or not,
Because I know it's a comedy series or a dramedy, probably.
Well, they pointed out in the article, which I had totally forgotten about. Glow wasn't just like wrestling. Glow actually ran skits and stuff during the show. Like,
I honestly don't remember those.
Where is it? Glow ran 4 seasons featuring sketches, songs, and wrestling. So,
Huh.
Yep.
So it's like a variety hour.
A little bit.
With chair shots.
Probably. I don't know. I don't remember if they did chairs on that or not.
Probably not.
Yeah.
It's like a variety hour with hair pulling.
Kind of like our show. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we're both bald now.
Right.
Too much. We're too much reenacting of Glow.
Right. Very much. Very much.
Yeah.
We just won't let it go. We just keep doing it.
Won't let it glow. What?
There's the title. Let it glow. I'm not putting the damn dots though, but I am capitalizing Glow.
Nice.
Yeah. So like I said, I don't know where it'll go, but I thought it was kind of a funny little headline that their Netflix giving it a green light for a series.
Some would say they said glow ahead.
Make my day. Enough.
Ugh.
Ugh, indeed.
I love the fact Netflix is just making all this original content now.
Me too. They're just throwing money willy-nilly around it
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Because, half of it's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
The other half's not even that bad.
I just watched, because I've had quite a few people tell me that I needed to watch Lady Dynamite, Maria Bamford's series. I
just heard the boys from Comic Roast talking about that today.
And I am not a Maria Bamford fan. I do not like her comedy. Her voices kind of annoy me. I'm not a fan. And I watched it, and there's some really brilliant writing on that show.
Really?
Yeah, and there's some great jokes in that show. And overall, I kind of liked it. I actually liked it a decent amount. There's some stuff that I'm like, but there's some very good, fourth wall breaking and some very good jokes in the show.
Yeah, I was wondering, because listen to those guys talk about it. I feel the same way about her. I appreciate it when I see her, on At Midnight, she can be funny, but I'm not an overall huge fan, and I feel the same way about the voice. It's one of the reasons I'm not a big Jim Gaffigan fan.
Yes.
So I don't like the whisper, breathless voice.
Amen. I'm the same way. I don't like Jim Gaffigan for the exact same reason. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't like.
So
same with Sebastian. Was it Maniscalco? Whatever his name is.
yeah,
I can't remember his last name.
Manicotti, whatever.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I don't like comedians that do those kind of voices. It just drives me. It's like, just talk. Don't give me the voice stuff. Just talk. Yeah.
Right.
So, but I've watched all 12 episodes of it. And I actually really liked it. There's, like I said, there's some really, really funny stuff in there.
So you're saying I should give it a chance?
Yeah, probably. I do appreciate that it's a lot of it too has to do with how they're trying to reframe the way people look at her bipolar.
Right.
So I do have an appreciation in that as well, that it's, they're trying to kind of give people a good look at, how people behave with mental illness. So,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I do appreciate that. Although my one critique in it is that as much as I appreciate it, it's tough when you're trying to change how a stigma that people have, but you're also trying to deliver a funny show.
Right.
Because you're trying to deliver a serious topic, but you're also trying to make people laugh. So it makes you wonder at times if people understand where the line actually is. You know what I mean? Like, to where they're going to understand, hey, this isn't her being silly. This is actually what people go through. This part of it is her being silly, Maria. This part is her being mentally ill, Maria,
Right, yeah.
So, and honestly, it's cool, though. A lot of the show, though, she doesn't do a lot of her stand-up voicey stuff. She talks through a lot of the show.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So, aside from when, it shows her doing voiceover work or a little bit of stand-up here and there kind of stuff. But, I mean, I'll give one thing away. There's a moment where Patton Oswalt is on there and he's playing a cop, right? And he approaches her and he's in character. He's telling her she has to get rid of this bench. And he comes up and then he just breaks character and he goes, "You're not going to do stand-up, right?" And she goes, "Well, I kind of have to do stand-up." There's like this brick wall and he goes, "Oh, you can't do it in front of a wall." He's like, Louis and everybody, he's like, they're going to be pissed at you. And basically, it's alternative comics don't do stand up in front of a brick wall on their show. That's just not done, basically. And he's now talking to her completely as Patton Oswalt, not as, and then he's giving her
officer or whatever.
Yeah. He's giving her advice how to do the time transitions on her show. So they're more effective. And then at some point he goes, yeah, you have to do something with this bench, basically, and then goes back into his character for the last part of the scene. And
that's pretty cool.
It's really, yeah. So like I said, that kind of stuff happens in the show that I just loved how he totally just breaks character and is like, "Hi, I'm Patton Oswalt and you can't do this because you'll get kicked out of the alternative comedy group," basically,
That's pretty funny. All right, I'll have to add it to my queue.
Yeah.
That and Quantum Leap.
Yeah, me too. I'm writing that down right now, motherfucker.
Fuck yeah.
You watch me. So yeah, that's about all I've watched this week, though. I haven't really watched much of anything else.
I mean, the exception of Game of Thrones, which I don't like.
I have not caught up on that yet.
Okay, I was like, that's one of those shows that I don't like talking about a whole lot because I hate spoiler Johnsons.
Yeah, like we were last week.
Well, yeah, but you know what I'm saying. We should talk Preacher.
Oh shit, yeah, we should. You're right, because I'm sitting here going, I don't know what we're going to talk about for the rest of the show. We should just go ahead and do that.
We haven't talked Preacher yet, motherfucker.
Do you want to do Q the W and then do Preacher, or do Preacher now?
Yeah, why don't we do that?
Okay,
we'll end it with Preacher just in case people haven't watched it yet.
Word. All right.
Word. Well, I'm a complete doucher and didn't put the Q to W on Facebook, so I have nothing from there. But I think we got a few tweets.
I'm still figuring out how to type.
I mean, the question was, what sort of extra would you be cast as?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Right. And let's see, what do I have here? Neil says, "Moons over my ham." No, that's not the right thing. That was for the sandwich. Did I read his? I feel like I didn't read his last week.
Brian, I don't even know what we talked about the last half of the show. You could have told me that, I wanted a, pickle and Doberman sandwich. I'd be like, oh, yeah.
That is actually what you said. That's exactly what you said. I'm pretty sure I didn't read Neil's answer last week. Looking at it, I'm pretty sure I didn't. Neil, if I didn't read your answer last week, sorry. I'll read it now because it was the sandwich question. Just in case I didn't, his sandwich was moons over my hammy or a tri-tip sando on sourdough with lettuce, tomato, salt, pepper, and olive oil.
That sounds pretty delicious.
And I also want to make one correction, which was I said that Fluffy Bunny Ash wanted a turkey bacon sub or sandwich, and it was not a turkey bacon. It was a turkey, bacon. So it was turkey sandwich with bacon, which is the way I read it the first time. And then I tried to correct myself, which actually messed myself up. So there, I've now made things correct in the universe.
I mean, back in the days when we had Tate on, I thought we were going to go to, World War over turkey bacon.
Terrible.
So I'm glad it wasn't actual turkey bacon.
Yeah. No, unfortunately,
punctuation,
Well, it was my fault because oddly enough, last week I was braining pretty well and I was just a dope. So
fair enough.
Like if I had made the mistake this week, it'd be different. I'd be like, listen, braining, no bueno. But all right. So I've got one tweet here, I believe. Yeah. And it was, I thought we got more than that. I don't see any others though. I see one from Matthew from Passers By Podcast that says, I would be cast as inmate number 4 or basement nerd. Which is believable.
Accurate.
Yeah. Speaking of, we should get him for this old, wow, I just totally lost the word.
This old compound?
Yeah, for the person to keep in a basement. That'd be good.
Right, yeah, for sure.
Or a guy who's terrible at picking out Thai food.
Or that,
yeah,
yes.
That'd be good.
These are both acceptable.
Very acceptable. Sorry, I'm scrolling to see, because I really feel like somebody else mentioned.
Yeah, I thought so too, but it's been a weird week.
Yeah, sorry folks, we're just killing the air right now.
Off the games.
Yep.
Let's just talk about Taft some more. Taft.
Shut your mouth.
Damn right.
All right.
I'm just talking about Taft.
Oh, I know.
I can dig it.
Oh, also, you know what? While I'm scrolling here, I did see Meow God actually sent in a little late submission to the sandwich too. So screw it, I'm going to say it anyway. And it was their sandwich was panini bread with mayo, cucumber, tomatoes, lettuce, sunny side up egg with blue cheese and ketchup.
I could do it for everything there except the ketchup.
You seem like such a ketchup person.
Yeah,
no,
never have been though.
Yeah,
but I don't know about the blue cheese ketchup combo. That's kind of weirded me out a little bit. To be perfectly honest, doesn't it meld into some sort of weird purple cheese?
Blue cheese with ketchup?
Yeah,
I wouldn't know.
Clearly, it makes purple cheese.
I don't like blue cheese, so I wouldn't know.
Oh man, I love me some blue cheese.
No, I can't get over the smell. So
right?
Yeah, I can't.
I will throw down on blue cheese.
Yeah, I know. You like things that have a weird smell, though. So
that's true. I mean, you've met my cat.
That seems really weird. All right, I cannot find anything else. So if I skipped over someone's response, hopefully we'll find it next week, and I'll make it right.
And my bad for not putting on Facebook.
Yeah. So if by chance you did send one in, send us something and say, "Hey Brian, you're a dum-dum and you missed my submission." I guess, I don't know, whatever. Or don't.
There you go.
Or don't, whatever.
Or don't.
You could be nice, All right, so
He
there
wants
you
to
go.
be nice though.
What's this week's?
Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Say for instance, someone gave you $1,000.
Okay, hookers and blow.
I was say, what's the first thing you buy? I thought about doing a higher dollar amount, but they could get silly. So I just want to do something like 1,000.
Well, my answer stays the same with everything. It's always hookers and blow.
Fair enough.
I mean, come on.
No hookers and blackjack?
Well, are you talking blackjack as in like a drink, or?
I was talking about like the weapon.
Oh.
So you could do a little GTA style, get your money back.
No, you silly. I wouldn't even pay him. I just hit him. No, I wouldn't do that. I do not condone that kind of thing. Mostly. Man, I mean, a box set of Quantum Leap's pretty cheap, right? I mean, then it wouldn't
I
have to.
would
No.
certainly think it is.
I'm kidding. Man, I don't know what I would do with the. You know, honestly, right now, if someone gave me $1,000, what I'd probably do, I'd probably get the hard drive on my Mac fixed.
Yeah.
Because I really miss having that thing. That'd probably be one of the first things I would do, yeah. I'd be really, honestly, right now, I'd probably be fairly sensible with it. I need a new pair of shoes. I'd probably get that, and then, you know, whiskey bender. So.
All right, well, I guess let me adjust the question slightly.
Yeah.
What if, okay, they gave you $1,000, but the only, stipulation was you couldn't be practical with it.
All right, fine. Wait, whiskey counts as
Whiskey
practical.
bender is definitely practical,
Okay,
so I don't know what you're talking about there. That's like a mental health break.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez. I mean, my doctor today was like, have you been drinking enough whiskey? So,
Like, nope, we better step it up.
Yeah, first thing he asked, he's like, your whiskey level shows a little low. That's a good question. Good question.
Things that make you go,
Indeed. Honestly, I'd probably buy myself, like, with some of the money, I'd probably buy a mess of the Funko Pops that I've been wanting.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, I'm sure I would do that because, like, there's Voltron and various other ones that I haven't got yet. Man, I don't know what I would get, though. I really don't. It's weird. Normally, I'd probably buy a couple video games that I kind of want.
Right.
Other than that, I don't really know. It's one of the weird times in my life where I wouldn't immediately just be like hee running around and shut up and take my money and just I guess that would be the answer. I could just comb backwards through the shut up and take my money and quickly go broke. Yeah. Get
those Batman 66 things you're talking about.
You're right. Yeah, good point. I didn't think
all that jazz.
Yeah, I like that Lego set. Yeah, that's probably what I would do. If I can't be sensible with it, I probably would. I'd probably look back through and get stuff, some of the cool, like that big Iron Giant figure we talked about.
Yeah.
Where we were both like, it's so much money. But it's like, well, look, if I can't be practical with the money, I might as well get things that, are going to be, sit on my desk and make me giggle like a maniac when I look at them. So, yeah,
naturally.
That'd be my answer. I'd go back and be like, I'm going to make good on all the shut up and take my monies that I can make good on. Yeah.
I think...
Stuff for your compound? Oh, wait, no, that's practical. Never mind.
It's practical, yeah. Jeez. Yeah, I was, practical would be like, because I need new tires for my Jeep, so I'd get those.
Yeah.
That's practical.
Sure.
But impractical, I'm the same way. It'd either be like, finally upgrade to a next-gen system.
Right.
And get a couple games, because why not?
Right, finally get a 360, right?
Right, yep, next gen.
Before you're like, finally get a PS2.
Yeah. Like, man, I keep seeing these videos for this Medal of Honor game. Looks sick.
Yeah.
Or new TV, because you can always upgrade.
Yeah, that's true too, yeah.
But my heart's saying 2 items. And both of which I don't drink or consume much anymore. Mm-hmm. Would be a Jaeger machine and a popcorn machine, like at the bar.
Oh yeah, the popcorn machine would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Jaeger machine, that's a terrible idea.
Well, because I have 2 bottles in my freezer. It'd be nice to take them out of there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Put them in the Jaeger machine.
Right. Get one of those growler chillers. You've seen those, right?
I have seen those.
Yeah. Those would be pretty awesome. Except
actually, that's actually pretty practical.
I know. That's why I was actually just gonna say that, but I had a conversation with somebody yesterday about, they were talking about how craft beer drinkers, they were, and using Untapped, and they were talking about alcoholics, and I was like, no, it's like, you're not an alcoholic, because it's tough to be an alcoholic and drink craft beer. It's too expensive.
Yes.
If you're an alcoholic, man, you're gonna probably drink just other beer, because you can drink way more of them,
Right.
Like, I can't.
Although a lot of the craft beers will get you fucked up way quicker.
True. That is very true. but they're also, a lot more expensive.
Yes.
So I don't know, but
You're talking like $15 for a 4-pack sometimes.
yeah. Also, if I'm an alcoholic, I'm not going to bother to check my beers in.
No.
I'm just going to get drunk. Also,
Hey.
I'm just going to drink liquor.
All right, where's the untapped check-in for purple Listerine?
Delicious. That's my favorite flavor. Grape.
Yes. Good old purple Listerine.
Oh, God. Actually, that is...
God damn it, Eddie. Give me back my mouthwash. I'm still shaking. Fuck you. Don't tell me how fresh my breath is.
One more shot. One more shot.
I need it.
Oh, that's awful. I know we make fun, but oof, terrible.
Oof is right.
Man. All right. So what was that? Oh yeah. So we'll give you $1,000. Okay. I just want to make sure I write the Q of the W down. It was funny last week. I'm going to do the show notes, and I had to actually listen to the show. I could not remember what the Q of the W was.
Oh, nice.
I'm sitting here and I'm just like, I cannot remember what the hell it is. And yeah, finally I had to go back and listen.
I'm really glad you included with the email now.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when I'm doing the website, my little Q to W box I update, I'm like, what the hell was that? And I'm the one who gives them out.
Right. Well, it was funny because when I was listening to it and I was like, wow, Tony's really tired.
Oh, man. Oh, so tired. That was one of those points, too. That I don't even think caffeine would have rated the ship.
No.
It was women and children in the lifeboats. It was going down.
Yeah. I actually think you were getting to the point that you might have shoved a child out of the way.
Oh, I would have.
Yeah.
Would have been Spartan kick right off the side.
This is Sparta.
This is my lifeboat.
Like, Tony, there's an empty one right over there.
They look down, there's like 5 or 6 like little children dressed up like newsboys floating in the water.
Why'd you kick so many? There's enough room for everyone.
Wait, are you keeping score?
You're just marking them on your arm.
Yeah, marking them. Got a little chalkboard marking them with distance.
Yeah, with distance. Oh man.
Like, well, little Timmy, I came at him from this angle with a 3-step approach.
Ooh, nice, good follow.
Got changed up. Maybe get some more distance on Philip over here.
Now, are you approaching with a side kick or a front kick?
Well, it depends. You gotta do the science and
Yeah, sure. I'm just
figure out which works best.
Right, because it's obviously a different approach. I'm just curious.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm very interested in your results.
Well, thank you. Sciencing over here.
Let's just say my company's willing to pay good money for those results. Man. All right. Well, shall we talk some Preacher?
Yeah, let's talk some Preacher.
Should we do the wrap-up stuff and then talk Preacher? Is that how we did it before?
I
think that's how we did it before.
I think that is how we did it.
Like, hey, stick around if you want to hear Preacher stuffs. Yeah, let's do
Yes.
that. All right. Well, this is basically we've hit the end of the first part of the show. Go to saltylanguage.com, check out all the links, the pictures, the shenanigans, the fireworks, I don't know.
Electricity?
Right. The random breasts that Tony posts on there.
Yeah.
The Easter eggs. The
I
spoilers.
can tell you they're big devs.
The spoilers for Game of Thrones that are hidden, so be careful where you click. I'm kidding about that. Or am I? No, I'm kidding.
Or are you? The only thing I would hide for people who randomly click from Game of Thrones is dicks.
Yeah, right? Ugh, Jesus. So yeah, go check that out. If you're going to do some Amazon shopping, swing by saltylanguage.com first, please, and click on the Amazon link on the right-hand side of the page, and then just go buy all the things. In fact, take $1,000 out, go buy all the things from the Shut Up and Take My Money thing, and then send them to me.
It seems to make sense.
Make the Q of the W happen for me.
There you go.
It's almost my birthday. September is so close.
And if you're listening to this in September, it's goddamn perfect.
Perfect, exactly. And if it's not September, then you're early for my next birthday.
Boom.
See? Perfect.
Don't you remember the Haley Joel Osment movie, Pay It Forward? Come on, motherfuckers. Brian needs a Lego set. He'll pay it forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course
With comedy gold.
Yes, exactly.
Provided for free.
Yeah, exactly.
On a bi-weekly basis sometimes.
Bi-weekly? Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were meaning... never mind. Again, not braining. So do that if you can. If not, whatever. You don't love us, that's cool. We won't have a shame spiral after we're off the air. It's no big deal.
Not much of one, at least.
Yeah, I guess. I
mean, I'm already descending into it, but it's cool.
It's cool, though. You don't, whatever. Anyway, if you want to contact the show, the best way is through Twitter at salty_language. You can find me at Stunami.
I am at Monotony. Internet broke up for a second there.
Okay.
If I lost you.
I was like, what's going on, Tony? Remember we doing a show? Shoot, I forgot now. You can check us out on the Instagrams at Salty Language. You can make sure you swing by YouTubes and check out the best ofs that Tony's been putting up. There's some good fun over there. At Salty Language Pod, right? On YouTube.
Salty Language Pod, my friend.
Check us out on the Facebook at Salty Language. I forgot what else. Oh, if you want to have a look at me on Snapchat, I don't recommend it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm like full. I'm like pot committed now. I'm sure you've noticed. I'm all over the damn fucking app now.
I know. I knew you were all over the app when I got a snap from you as Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, I was pretty sexy. I'm sorry about that. I should have warned you.
I know. That's where the whole idea for spontaneous ejaculation came from.
I know. I almost suggested that we should have done a side-by-side.
That would have been pretty funny.
Real quick story on that. I had a couple of people send me a message that were not happy with me because apparently she's their idol. So,
they can buzz off, I suppose.
Yeah, you can find me on Snapchat at Ninjitsu. Tony's at Salty Language Pod or Salty Language? I don't remember.
Salty_language.
Oh, sorry, I was totally off.
Post random dumb nonsense and occasionally behind the scenes stuffs. Like you can find out who we're interviewing before it happens.
And sultry nudes.
Well, duh. You have to be in Club Salty for that.
Club Salty. God.
Yeah.
We need to make Club Salty. It's so
we
awful.
Probably do.
It's so awful. We need to make it. So one last story here.
Okay.
Is there any more links I need to tell anybody? I can't think of anything else.
I don't think so.
I mean,
we have all of our networks.
Let's do that, and then I'll wrap up with this story. So,
all
right. The networks are Tangent Bound Network, Wicked Radio Network, Pod Gods Network, Danger Network. Nope.
Danger,
motherfucker.
Watch your back.
No. It's not Danger Network. It's Danger Entertainment.
Oh, yeah.
I just flubbed all over that one.
I like the idea of just Danger Network, though.
I kind of like it, too. Let's start the Danger Network.
Sorry.
No, our podcast network would be Club Salty. So.
Yes. Oh, my God. Of course it would be.
Yeah, come join Club Salty.
Club Salty. It wouldn't be Club Salty Network, just Club Salty.
No, I want it to be Club Salty with a terrible-looking pirate. Is our, guy... It's just Club Salty with this horrible, trite pirate.
You're trying to turn... Is that his peg leg or his penis? I'm not sure.
It's both.
Keep me aroused, my lass. It's the only way I can stand.
And there's our punchline, or tagline, I mean. Jesus. And we're also on Geek Life Radio. Jeez. Okay, so, I post this picture. There was a filter on Snapchat, and it added this, beautiful hair, beauty mark, and makeup to make you look like Marilyn Monroe on her birthday.
Right.
And my caption was what sings "Happy Birthday" to the president, and what was it? And internet women post quotes ad nauseum or something like that. And I had a couple people that were like, some people, whatever. And I was like, she died in her 30s of a drug overdose. I mean,
Yeah.
is this really someone who should be your role model? I'm just saying. You know.
Exactly. She had baseball player and presidential come in her.
Wow. That was harsh, but I was just like...
Accurate.
Yeah, I was like, really, though? Like, come on. Like, there's better women to have as your role model. I mean, I'm just saying. If she's your role model, I guess, hey, whatever. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, if your goal is to die in your 30s, you know, of a drug overdose, hey, you know what? More power to you. Good luck with that. But, yeah. Anyway, so there you go. So that's the kind of fun you can expect if you follow me on.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sounds like a rip-roaring time, my friend.
Right? So, yeah, I lost 2 followers the other day.
What can you do?
And don't care. So, whatever.
That's one thing I like about Snapchat is if people stop following you, you don't even really notice.
No, I didn't even care. I was just kind of like, why didn't you just unfollow me? I don't even care. Like, I'm not going to change what I'm doing. I am seriously doing that to amuse myself for the most part.
Yeah.
And if it amuses other people, much like this podcast, awesome. If it doesn't, meh. You know, whatever. I don't even use those filters very often, so it's like, whatever, you know.
Sometimes they have fun ones. I usually check them out to see if there's anything entertaining.
Honestly, most of the fun I've had on that app is just snapping pictures back and forth to people where we will just make stupid faces at one another and, you know, caption things.
Right.
You know, or take pictures of something and send it to another person. And then you're like, you know, hey, what about this? And, you know, make dumb faces and stuff. So that's kind of what I'm doing with it.
Here, there you go.
Yeah. And then the filters are fun once in a while. And if they're not, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to make myself look like a puppy. Sorry.
What? But you open your mouth and it licks.
Oh, no. Busy.
It makes that sound.
Nope, busy.
Oh, okay.
The one with the black eyes and the big devil horns was pretty awesome. I did dig that one, though.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I was like, they should keep that one permanently. But like the one day where they were like, oh, the only filters available are these X-Men ones. And I was like, I don't like most of these.
Yeah, none of them are really that good either.
Yeah, so whatever. All right, enough of that.
Yeah, enough of Snapchat.
Boom. So that's the end of the Salty Language Show proper. If you want to keep listening and, well, I guess I should say, have a beer, you'll be fine.
And stay salty.
And let it glow.
Let it glow indeed.
All right, so any of you kids that stuck around and want to hear us talk about Preacher, get your hands out of your damn pants. Jesus. What are you, a savage? God, can't you go for 2 hours without touching yourselves?
They're tantric.
What did we tell them? Didn't we tell them?
We did.
We're turning this podcast around if they touch themselves once during this show.
Not only going to go blind, we're going to chop their fingers off.
That seems harsh, doesn't it?
Well, you think they'd get the point.
Well, if they've already subscribed to the show, it'll auto-download, so they should be okay.
That's true.
Should be able to tell Siri or Cortana or whatever.
Just use your awful nubs to subscribe.
Awful nubs. Fair enough. All right, let's get into this.
That's actually my rap name, Awful Nubs.
Awful Nubs. Nice. I can't wait till we go on tour. Awful Nubs and Morbidly Flow Beast.
Boom.
Can't wait. The Club Salty tour.
Club Salty tour.
Arr! I just can't wait till that guy comes out and starts spraying people with white rum.
Oh. Like, oh, God, I hope that's a white Russian.
No, it's a pirate.
Yeah. Arr, it's South Sea herpes. Like, oh, Jesus.
They're just throwing limes into the crowd just in case.
Right.
Like, trust us, you're going to want to eat those.
Yeah. You just put scurvy all over you.
There's a really good chance he's got scurvy. You didn't see who he had in the background or the backstage. Oh, man. All right, so real quick before we get into like kind of any particulars of the show, what was your kind of overview of the first episode?
I wanted to watch it again, to be honest.
I didn't get a chance to.
Because I watched it and I didn't like it as much as I thought I would.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
But I might have went into it with just too high of hopes because I haven't read the comic at all too, and I wanted to go back and read the first issue of the comic.
Right.
But I really can't. But I just didn't have a chance this week.
Yeah, like I liked it, but I certainly didn't love it. Like it wasn't like I didn't get done with it and just spontaneously nut, you know?
Right.
So I wasn't like, yes, like I wasn't like, oh my God, where's number 2?
Right.
You know? And by that I meant that I had pooped somewhere and didn't know where.
Yeah. Okay, where'd it go?
Oh no. No,
last time I run around, I was blindfolded.
I know. Oh, jeez. Terrible idea. It was, I think I'm with you is that as I enjoyed that book so much back in the day and stuff. And then, when they announced the show, I was like, oh, this should be so cool. And even when they were like, hey, we're going to have to change a lot of stuff, I was like, of course you are, because there's no way this book is going to work on TV.
Right.
For a variety of reasons, there's a lot of things in the book that I just didn't think that any network was pretty much going to let them do,
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was interesting, though, like, because I kind of took notes as I was watching. So I had some stuff that, like, I just kind of noticed as I was watching the show. Like, things that I didn't see that I was kind of like, or things I did see that I just kind of was like, Like, I noticed, like, I don't know, did you do that too, or did you just kinda...
I should have, but I
okay.
just want. I was just like, I'm going to sit back and enjoy this.
No, that's fine.
You know?
Oh, I see how it is.
Yeah.
All right, so, first of all, I think it seemed to me like the show is not going to run in order the way the book, of the same order as the book. Things are going to happen out of order. And I think it's going to be a little frustrating for people who read the book. If you didn't read the book, obviously you're like, whatever, who cares? We got introduced to Arseface in this, what's his name? Whatever his real name is. I can't remember it now.
Right.
He's not Arseface yet,
It's like Eugene Face.
Yeah, Eugene. Yeah, that's his name.
I got nothing.
You know what I mean, though? It's like we get introduced to him already.
Yeah.
And I can't remember when did he get introduced in the first issue of the book?
I don't think it was the first issue.
Yeah, I don't think
so. That's one of the reasons I wanted to read it again, just because I just feel disjointed.
It feels like it was down the road a little bit. Like it doesn't feel like it was horribly that far down the road, but anyway, but he's there and, whatever. But yeah, one of the things that really jumped out at me is there's no John Wayne in the episode. And John Wayne's in issue number 1.
He plays a big part, actually.
Big part, yeah. And I was like, I wonder if John Wayne is going to be any part of this series or a John Wayne character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they don't have because they might not be able to do John Wayne.
Right, exactly. Like they could call him something else, though.
But it's on AMC, and I'm sure they play John Wayne movies, so you think they might have a little leeway.
Right.
I don't know.
I could see where his family would be like, please don't use his name in the show.
Yeah, that could be, actually.
Yeah. But they could call him something else. I don't know what. Like, I don't know what.
They could even make up, like, and put in a little backstory of what, he used to grow up watching this cowboy on TV or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Even if they just called him the cowboy or something just dumb like that, I'm not advocating that. I'm just, But you're right. They can make up a character name and just... This is the same character going forward,
Right.
And I think people would have to accept that because it'd be like, listen, to use a proper name like that, you would have to clear it with the estate. And I don't think the estate would be okay with that.
Probably not.
Although if you don't show his likeness, I don't know if you would have to clear the name.
But if you have to show his likeness, but they'd probably have to imitate his speech patterns.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Yeah. In the book, they don't have to do that. Yeah.
I want to say in the book, wasn't it usually just like a shadow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just something that to me really stood out because I waited until the very end and then I wrote down no John Wayne. So because they kept showing little flashbacks of his dad. And stuff, but they didn't really get into his childhood a whole bunch in this episode. They showed little flashbacks, but they didn't really jump into it, which I figure they're going to do because they're clearly going to set this. This is not going to move as fast as the book, because obviously it's a TV show,
Right.
And I did see that. I forgot who it was, whether it was Seth Rogen or if it was Garth Ennis that said, basically if they did, if they paced the TV show the way the book is paced, they would get maybe 2 seasons out of the book. So obviously they have to pace it.
Yeah, you got to slow down a little.
Right, which is, I'll get to that in a minute. What'd you think about them kind of showing off the word of God before it got to Jesse?
I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, to kind of show the power of it. And when they did that, I was kind of like, I wonder if they're going to give it to Jesse in this episode.
I was wondering the same thing because it kept kind of bouncing around and yeah. I was wondering the exact same thing.
For those who may not be aware, the word of God is what the characters, like when the one guy says, the one preacher says, "Be quiet," and everyone in the church just is quiet until he explodes. That's the word. That's Genesis is actually what it is. But it's the word of God is moving from like preacher or religious person to religious person, and it's basically killing each one of them. And again, if you don't mind spoilers, at the very end of the episode, basically it jumps into Jesse when he's in the church.
Now,
I know that bugged you, didn't it?
Bothered me
that it didn't kill everyone else.
Yeah, because in the book, it jumped into him when he was in the middle of church service, and it killed everybody in the church.
Which sets up them investigating him. That sets up them leaving town. That sets up a whole lot, which tells you they're not leaving town.
Yeah.
Which tells you they're going to... And plus, they really were developing characters in this episode. Like the town folk. Which means they're going to stick around town for a while. Which I kind of don't like, but again, they've got to slow the pace.
Yeah, exactly.
I really want them to leave town because that's so the book, but it's going to be a while before they leave,
Yeah, that definitely bothered me.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that jumps around a little bit, but that's a big scene. Like when I saw it heading towards the church and I'm like, oh, I can't wait because I'm expecting it to hit him because in the book it hits him and it basically sets the whole church on fire. And kills everyone else. And he emerges from the church on fire, and everyone's kind of like, how the hell are you alive? And everybody else is dead,
what happened?
Very fishy, and he leaves, him and, because I'm trying to think. Yeah, he was with Tulip and Jesse at that point in the book, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah. Or that's where he meets him. I can't remember.
It's been too long.
I know I should have read the book. Anyway, so speaking of meeting people or whatever, what'd you think of the intro of Cassidy?
I loved it.
Me too.
I thought that was pretty great.
How great was the spigot thing?
Yes.
Where he uses the guy's mouth or whatever to fill the Jack Daniels bottle with blood.
Yeah. Then he jammed a wine bottle into his gut or something.
Yeah, basically. And just fills the other bottle. Oh, that was ridiculous. That was something that I could have easily seen as a scene in the book.
Oh, yeah.
It was so violent, but it was over the top violent and kind of funny. And then when he bites the guy at the end of that whole plane scene, I was like, man, that felt like something out of the book too. I thought they treated that pretty well. It's not the same setup as the book. It's a totally different scene. But I didn't mind it. I was totally okay with it. And his sense of humor was great through the scene.
Yeah, I thought the whole Cassidy thing I liked. So far, so good on the Cassidy thing.
Yeah, I think Cassidy, they did a pretty good job on. And even when he jumps out of the plane and then when that cow approaches him.
Yeah, right.
That was a great scene too. I love how he grabs the, was it the umbrella or whatever? And he's got it on the ground above him.
Yeah, trying to desperately shade himself.
Yeah, and all of his innards are just laying all over the crowd. And it's so different from the book because he meets Tulip first, and he has her drive through the day, so because sunlight, and he lays like in the back of the truck, I think, with like a blanket or a tarp or something over him, so he doesn't
Yeah, I think so.
burn up or whatever while he's healing from God, what is that? I don't remember. Was it whatever group it is? Basically, he takes a severe beating or gets attacked or whatever.
Like vampire hunters, right?
Yeah, vampire hunters, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember what they're called.
Yeah, I think it's basically the same idea, because in the sky they were vampire hunters, and it was
definitely.
He just runs into him somewhere else, but yeah. But like I said, in the book he meets Tulip before he meets Jesse, and in the show he meets Jesse first, so they switch that around a little bit too. Which that doesn't bother me a whole lot. I was like, I don't, whatever. Here was something else that I noticed. Did you notice Jesse smokes through the whole freaking episode, but we never see his lighter?
No, I didn't pick up on that.
No Zippo through
the lighter's pretty damn important too.
No Zippo. It's like a key piece. It's part of his personality. I was so surprised. You would have thought, because Garth Ennis is part of, like, he oversees the scripts and all the details. I'm really surprised he wasn't like, hey mate, there needs to be a Zippo in this. Like, it's very important.
Yeah, I didn't notice that, but you're right. I forgot all about how important the Zippo was.
That Zippo, there's parts in the book where he goes back to get that lighter, because it was his dad's lighter. Like, it's a very important lighter to him. Like, I think it's on, like, one of the covers of one of the issues, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. This is Dad's Zippo into Nam.
Yeah, it's like a character in the book almost,
Right.
So I'm curious to see if they have, like, if that gets an official introduction down the road somewhere or something,
I would think so, but
yeah,
who knows?
It's just another one of those things that really stood out, because I saw him lighting cigarettes at times, and I'm like, where's his Zippo? Because he wasn't, like, flipping open the Zippo. He was just lighting, like, a
Bic.
Yeah, a Bic lighter or something,
Now, Jeannie noticed this. Did you notice on the whiskey or the beer, one or two that he was drinking, that it sure looked like the outline of the Scene of Killers on the label?
It is. I actually looked online because I was wondering the same thing, and it is. It's actually called, I think it's called Scene of Killers. So that's very curious, because Scene of Killers shows up pretty early in the book.
Right.
So, and that's one of the things that will get my panties all wet is Scene of Killers in the TV show, because I want that arc, but I got a feeling that's going to be way down the road.
I got that feeling too, yeah.
Yeah, but oh man, I can't wait for that, because that's after they leave town. That's part of why they leave town.
Right.
I believe, or part of that whole process is they're running from the Scene of Killers. So yeah, I want that so bad, but I got a feeling that's going to be a big arc somewhere down the road,
Right.
Yeah, that's an awesome call, though. I don't know, and if people haven't caught that, you should go back and watch and check that out. That label's awesome. Because, like I said, I thought I saw it, and like I said, when I looked online, I saw a screen grab of it, and I was like, that's totally Scene of Killers.
For sure, that's him.
Yep.
I mean, like I said, all in all, I really, I enjoyed it, but I definitely want to watch, a couple more episodes, and maybe watch the pilot again.
Yeah. Well, I have a couple other things I want to bring up here, unless you've got some other stuff.
No, I just have one major hang-up. It's at the very end of the episode.
Okay, hold on then. Let's get to that. I have things in, like, chronological order here.
Okay,
so.
Right on.
What'd you think of Tulip?
I don't know.
Really?
Because I like her. Like, I like her in the show.
Yeah.
I like her personality. But once again, I'm watching the whole scene, and I'm like, I just don't feel like this is how I remember her getting introduced.
Yeah, it's a different
in the book.
It's a different intro. Yeah, they changed her intro as well. Yeah. I can't remember how she gets introed in the book. She didn't have that giant, like, in the car fight scene type thing. They really were like, she's a really big badass type thing in the thing. And they also didn't really introduce her as, like, Jesse's former lover and kind of cohort. They just introduced her as, they used to do crime stuffs together.
Yeah, like, they clearly have a relationship of some sort, but...
Yeah, but they aren't
what
really...
it is.
Yeah, but they aren't like these two were, a real item before. Because, and again, one of the things that I love most about Preacher is shit. I can't think of the line now. It's the line that Jesse said to her. Oh shit, what is it? Oh man, I can't think of what it is. I can't think of what it is now. Damn it. There's like a, like instead of saying I love you or whatever, it's a line that Jesse says to Tulip over and over and over in the book. And
Right.
it was a line that I used to love, and it was something in there. And it's like, so I'm curious to see how that unfolds as it goes forward. Like how long before that kind of comes out that, they were
knocking the boots.
Yeah. So here's something that really kind of bugged a lot of people, apparently. It kind of bugged me, and I looked it up online to see if anyone else was kind of on the same page. What's his name? The guy who plays Jesse.
Right.
Did you notice how often he kind of loses his Texas accent? Or does not have a Texas accent?
Now that you mention it, no, I didn't.
A lot.
It must happen often, huh?
A lot. Yeah, he's not good at a Texas accent.
Is he a Brit like every other?
I can't remember if I think he is.
Every other actor to try as like an American leading man.
Much. Yeah, he doesn't hold it very well, especially the more he talks, And it's kind of like, if that's going to happen, I'd almost just drop the Texas accent,
Right.
Like, let's just have him talk because I've talked with people from Texas that don't have, we had Tate on the show. It would come out at times, but it wasn't like beat you over the head.
Yeah.
Texas,
Right.
like type accent.
Like it wasn't Boss Hog.
Right. Right. Or Roscoe P. Coltrane, Right. So, it's like, so I could be okay if they want to, hey, he's from Texas. Because in my head, I'll just go, he moved to Texas. You know what I mean? I can live with it.
Right.
But if he's going to be, I'm from Texas, if you're going to keep beating me over the head and try to do it, it's like, you got to nail it or let it go. Like, you can't just kind of sort of occasionally be a Texan.
Let it glow, Brian.
Let it glow, sorry. Right. So, yeah. All right. There was one more. Okay. I had, two more notes here. One is,
beautiful.
All right, so when he tells the guy to, go meet his mom and open his heart.
This is my hang up.
Okay.
Yes.
This, again, something else a lot of people had about how it was too literal.
Well, there was that.
Okay, so he tells the guy, once he gets the word of God, he doesn't realize that he has this power. And basically, again, if you don't know, when he has the word of God, he basically, and I think I know what your hang up is. So let me guess it before you say it. Let me get through this and then I'll guess, okay?
All right.
So he tells the guy, the word of God is basically when he invokes the word of God. If he tells you to do something, you generally, there's very few who can resist it. But he basically can just say, do this, and you are powerless and you will go do it. And they are showing with this guy that it's an extremely literal thing. If he tells this guy, go to your mother and open your heart. So this guy gets on a plane and flies all the way to Florida because he goes to his mother. And then he says, open his heart. So he, he stabs himself in his chest or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's opening his heart. And a lot of people were like, oh, come on, that's hack, basically. And I'm like, no, it's showing with great power comes great responsibility. That is exactly what they're showing.
Thank you, Uncle Ben.
Right. But Jesse doesn't know it yet because this guy's in Florida. Of course, he'll see this at some point. Not maybe this guy, but somewhere he'll see that he wields this power, and then of course he'll have to go, whoa, I have to be careful,
Like, oh shit.
Now, Tony's problem with this is that Jesse's eyes didn't turn red.
Okay, I guess two hang-ups.
Oh, okay.
Because they should have had, it's CGI. How hard is that?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Uh-huh.
They could have done it when the preacher's like, be quiet. His eyes glowed red, and then he blew up.
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, nobody's eyes turned colors.
Yeah, so that annoyed. That you're right. That did annoy me.
Okay, all right. I was wrong.
My
that was
major
guess.
hang up with that scene was he's go see your mom, open your heart.
Mm.
And then it keeps cutting between Jesse preaching and him like getting on the plane, and it almost felt like, oh, this is all happening at the same time. Where if they would have just had Jesse do his preacher thing and then realize he's not going to quit, and then end the show with the guy flying to Florida. Does that make sense?
I don't know if I follow you.
It almost seemed like to me, because it would be like, Jesse's like, blah, 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 preachy preach. And then you see the guy like getting his plane tickets, and then it cuts back to Jesse going, blah, 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 preachy preach. Then the guy's like on the plane, repeating it over and over again. It was like they're doing it at the same time.
Oh, okay.
And my thought is, that motherfucker is still in line of security.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. Okay,
You know what
yeah. Okay, yeah. That Jesse's whole thing would have taken like an hour at most, and this guy, yeah, okay, I get you.
Yeah. He's going through, he's buying tickets, he's going through, fucking security, he's got to get there, he's got to get a cab.
He had a fast pass.
It's like, my thought was just like, why couldn't they have done that after Jesse was preaching and then showed a guy killing himself?
Snoop Dogg got him there.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Clouds of Goodness.
He's like, smoke this. He's like, I'll get you where you need to go. No.
Yeah. Don't son.
You with me now.
It's the word of ganj.
Yeah. You with me now, fam. Yeah, I can see what you mean. A lot of people had a lot of issues with that last kind of thing. And honestly, when he started the preaching thing, like when I had that thought earlier that they weren't going to leave town, and then he starts like, I'm not going to go, and I was like, because...
And then, like, they pan across the cast of the show, basically, sitting there listening to him.
Yeah, and I was like, well, guess we're going to be sticking around Hazard County for a while.
Yep, hunker down.
Because seriously, boy, did they go, we're going to show you the worst of human, which, that is what Preacher is. Like, everybody they introduce you to is just an awful person.
Right.
It's just like stereotypical Southern horrible person after another. So they show these guys pull up at the very end. And these two guys. And you see these guys through the whole episode. And it's wherever Genesis is, they show up.
Yeah.
And at first, the one guy, like when you see him with the tea, and he drinks it, and he shakes his head, and then you see him put the tea bag in his mouth, and, eat it. And then they get out, but he doesn't really say anything. And I was like, who the hell are those guys? And I'm like, dude, do not tell me that those guys are the Grail already.
I would hope not.
Because I'm like, they don't come along for a while in the book, and then I was reading something online, and they're not. They're actually credited as, was it DeBlaine and Fior, which are angels that are looking to recapture or retrieve Genesis. They're angels. So I was like, oh, okay, because I'm like, there's no way that's Star. That can't be. Star is
that's what I thought. I'm like, if that's Hair Star, I'm gonna,
right?
turn this off right now.
Right. I'm like, Star is an end of season reveal, type guy, or to me anyway. Like for the people who've read the book, Hair Star is a guy that they should be like, blah, blah, blah. Like the camera slowly comes up and they reveal and someone says his name and then it's like fade to black.
Fucked up face and all that.
Yeah. And I was like, because at first I was like, there's no way those guys are Grail, right? I was like, they can't be this early in the damn show. And I was like, well, they did say they're going to jump around a lot, but it was like, again, in the 70, how many ever issues of the book, I was like, I can't imagine they jump.
That's good, because I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, how the hell did they get here when there's been nothing happened in this town yet?
Right, yeah.
That has anything to do with Genesis.
Right, and that's why when I saw that, I was like, oh, okay, Angel's trying to retrieve the Genesis. That makes tons of sense.
Yeah.
Because that is kind of, yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. I can live with that, So, yeah. So here's a question for you. If I held a gun to your head and said, Tony, on the next episode of, no, I'm kidding. If I said, put on the, a scale of 1 to 5 Channing Tatums, how many would you give this? What would you say?
I would probably I'd hit right in the middle. do like 3.
That's where I'm at too. Yeah. Because there were elements to it that I liked. Like, I think they cast pretty well.
Right.
Although there's things that I really am curious to see how they do down the road. Because again, like Arseface did what he did because his dad is an abusive guy. But they kind of set up that one dude that Jesse beats up in the bar. Well, Jesse and Cassidy, they beat him up in the bar, which I thought the bar scene was kind of a cool fight scene.
Yeah,
especially Cassidy just sliding the chair under the guy at the end was awesome. But setting that guy up as like a potential wife / child abuser, I was like, oh, you already kind of set somebody else up as a child abuser. Now what are you going to do about Arseface's dad? Because he's a child abuser in the book.
Right.
So are you going to have multiple child abusers? Because that's pretty heavy-handed, you know? So, I don't know. I'm very curious to see how they get in and out of some of these characters, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I just need to, separate the book from the show.
Yeah.
And that's honestly the big problem. If I'd never read the book, I probably would have given it a higher rating.
And that's where I'm very curious, because the people I know that have read the book have been pretty brutal on the show. Like,
right.
Maybe not like, oh, man, but there's been some, like, again, our buddy Oz was like, nope, about the show. And I've known a few people that were big fans of the books that were just like, this is garbage.
Right.
And I've seen quite a few people that I know that have never read the book that were like, I thought it was really good. I can't wait for the next one. So, I those of you who've listened to this, let us know, 1 to 5, where do you put it? And or what's your excitement for episode 2 of the show? Let us know if you would. Again, shoot us, like hashtag preacher or something on Twitter, or just send us an email and let us know what you think.
Right.
Just because I'm curious. Or, on Facebook. Maybe we'll throw it up on Facebook and see. Because, I'm very curious what people think about this. Especially the non-book readers. More so.
Yeah, I hear you. Because
So,
I think us book readers are biased.
oh, for sure. We're going to be.
I mean, absolutely.
Well, you didn't give us what we wanted. So,
Yeah.
tacky
The old
hands,
Brian
tacky
Regan. It's not what I'm used to.
hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I try really hard to do that. Now, I will say that, I read an interview with Seth Rogen, and he said that by the time they're done with the show, they plan on getting around to almost everything in the book. But he said they've got to take alternate roads to get to some of it because of how they
involving Snoop Dogg and weed.
Obviously. But he said they have to pace it differently, so they've got to introduce things in different spots. So,
right.
We'll see. And again, Garth Ennis and Steve Dillon, I guess, have some oversight in the scripts and some of the input in it. So maybe, that'll help. I don't know. We'll see. But, I'm going to keep watching. But
yeah, same here.
I'm not going to, again, I'll at least give it 3 to 5 episodes. I'm not going to be like one episode and be like, no, I'm done with this, So,
yeah. Bail.
Yeah. Nope. And just flush. So there you go. There's our,
right.
Unless you have anything else to add, I think I'm done. So.
Nah, I'm about it.
Oh, look at that. We're just about to hit 2 hours. How convenient.
How convenient.
Yeah. So until next time, they don't eat. No, I'm kidding.
Preach on.
Oh, come on. You're better than that.
Taft.
I wish we could do like a word of God effect here, because it'd be really awesome.
That would be.
But I don't know. They didn't really play that up enough for my taste. So
no.
I wanted 80s hair, wind blowing, whatever. So
that'd have been sick as fuck. Shattering guitar solos.
Yeah, like Slash during Estranged.
Yes.
Yes.
Anytime you use the word of God, Slash shows up.
Dolphins are just anyway, enough of that. All right, we'll talk to you guys next week.